welcome to Sugoi Anime Reviews. Oh, okay, where did it go? Ah, what's up? So, today we're going to talk about, okay, hold on. Where did it Okay. All right. So the camera keeps disappearing on me. What I'm trying to say is that today we're doing freak. How? How hand do you keep doing that? Did you like my intro? It's pretty good, right? All right. So again, today we're going to do another Sugoi anime character review. All right. Today we're gonna do the review on. I don't think he's on that poster, but his son is, and I'll zoom it in for you. Hello? That's my mother. So we're gonna do it on Shoto Todoroki's padre. If you don't know who that is, if you don't know his name, what he looks like, BAM! I mean, BAM! Right here. BAM! Endeavor. His nombre is Endeavor. And he's pretty cool, man. He's actually super cool. And I'm going to do my character review on him. And I'm pretty excited about it. Because I freaking love the guy. So let's jump into it, shall we? Endeavor. The number 2 best / strongest hero in My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia. There's so much that I personally freaking love about Endeavor. Now, I should say that I don't fully agree with Endeavor, obviously, because for a long period of the anime, he's seen as pretty much a villain, honestly. Especially in Shoto's eyes, right? For a very long time, we don't even really know too much about him. And you know, we don't really see what he can do, anything like that, until season 2, which, you know, fully not fully, but it just kind of, I think season 2 reveals more, not just of Endeavor's personality, you know, a little bit more of his personality, but also his freaking abilities, man. My freaking gosh, bro. This guy, there's a reason he's number 2, man. And he shows it. He shows that off in season 2. One of the last, later episodes in the season when he's fighting the Nomus. And my freaking gosh, dude, he is so sick. The way he fights, how he fights, oh my freaking gosh, man. I love his abilities. You know, there's always like a fire guy in a lot of superhero animes or like shows and stuff. But I feel like they did Endeavor's appearance, his aesthetic, and even his abilities quite different than most fire-able people or, you know, characters in most animes. They give him definitely a lot of different ways to manipulate fire, but also, you know, he's able to control the temperature of his fire pretty significantly to the point where he can make it go blue, which is so cool, man. But before I keep gushing over his awesome abilities, I should mention, you know, why I chose to do a review on him and why I think he's cool, despite, you know, him being viewed as such a horrible, horrible human being. And, you know, I just kind of would like to put in my opinion on that. So more or less, I'm not saying again that I agree fully with his personality, especially towards Shoto and his wife. I feel like the way he treated them was just horrible. Well, I mean, mostly his wife. The way he treated her was just horrible. And, uh, seeing it through Shoto's eyes, you really feel bad for him and his life and everything. But something that I want to point out that I've learned in life personally is you can't always just listen to one side of the story. You know what I mean? Obviously, Shoto is on his mom's side, and he sees his dad as a villain, but that doesn't necessarily mean he is an actual villain. You know what I mean? Like he's an actual evil person. Everyone in this world, everybody has different intentions, different ideals, different goals, and different personalities. And some people just can't be understood by others. Obviously, Endeavor's not somebody that really, probably doesn't have a lot of friends and doesn't really care about that. He doesn't care how, he treats other people very bad. He just doesn't really care. But that doesn't mean he's evil. That's something I've learned in my life personally. Back in the day, and this, I'm getting a little personal here, but, when my parents would fight, I'd always choose my mom's side. I was always choose my mom's side just because I kind of felt bad for her. Like, they were yelling and stuff like that. My dad is obviously, being a male, more, intense with the fighting and stuff like that. Obviously, they weren't physically fighting, but, verbally. But I always leaned towards my mom. Eventually, I grew to get kind of a closer relationship with my dad in a way where he was able to kind of tell me more personal things of what he, was thinking and like how he thought and like why he's done some things or what's kind of going on behind the curtain, you know what I mean? And I started to kind of grow more lenient. I'm not lenient, but like a softer spot for my dad. I didn't see him as a villain anymore. I saw him more as like a human being, literally, just with different ways of thinking and different ideals than my mom. And I could probably compare my parents' relationship to Endeavor and his wife because my mom and dad are complete polar opposites. But it's true though, like that doesn't make my dad a villain or Endeavor in this specific case. It just makes them different people with different ideals. Now, obviously, again, I don't fully agree with everything that Endeavor's kind of seen to be like or do, but something I want to point out is Shoto's scar, for example, Shoto's scar on his face did not have anything to do with Endeavor. If you remember correctly, it was actually his mother that caused, him to have that scar on his face. Nothing to do with Endeavor at all. It was his mother that actually made him, get hurt and have that scar on his face. And so, I feel like a lot of people either forget that or don't understand that or just kind of automatically blame it on his dad because he is fire. But his mother was the one that gave him that scar from, tipping over the boiling water. And, so the point is, again, I'm not saying that, she was evil. I'm not saying he was evil. I'm just saying that in relationships, especially, man, there's always, there's not a black and white. There's not a good and a bad. Everyone has there's a lot of gray area with some things, and you can't really blame it all on one person. Everyone's got some part of the blame. And I just feel like that's the case here. And that's why I give Endeavor a lot more, I guess, benefit of the doubt in terms compared to other people, I'm sure. Because I'm sure a lot of people still see him as like an evil person. But the thing is, I want to learn more about Endeavor. We don't really know about his personality yet, but what I've seen from season 2, I've been really, really kind of not so much impressed, but more curious and interested in learning more about him. Because Shoto Todoroki kind of grows out of hating him and goes and, starts to go with his dad to train and to learn, and he learns to become stronger. He learns to become better, and Todoroki himself grows as a human being. And I really thought that was so cool and so awesome. And you also got to see the side of Endeavor as a pro hero number 2, you know? You saw he takes his work seriously. You saw he's a hard worker. And for that reason, I'm not going to judge him on things that, you know, I don't really know, not the exact details of the things that has happened in the past and how he treats his, you know, wife and stuff like that. I want to judge him on how he should be judged. And that's through his acts and his feats. But I think Endeavor's awesome. I want to learn more about him, and I'm very interested in him. So I hope that we can learn more about him. Season 3 comes out April 7th, and like I said, I hope we learn more about him. I want to see more of his freaking abilities, because my goodness, man, he is so fun to watch as a character. He's so entertaining. He's so cool, respectable. To me, man, I'm telling you, man, I respect this man. I really do respect him, and I want to keep learning about him. Like, I'm not betting, but maybe him and his wife have a good relationship now, or maybe they will have a good relationship. I don't know. We don't know that. You know, Shoto was just mad. That's why we saw him as a villain and stuff like that, because it was portraying Shoto's feelings, and maybe he was just still pissed, man. Like, you know, Endeavor could be like a good guy, you know. And according to my buddy Tuna in the manga, he's got some bigger roles and shoes to fill later on or whatever. But dude, again, I am excited to learn about Endeavor. I think he's cool. His abilities are awesome. I can't wait to see more of him. And hopefully, yeah, more cool stuff comes out about him. All right. That's it. You can stop watching now. That's like about all of my opinions that I have just said about Endeavor. Review-wise, I think he's one of the coolest fire anime dudes ever. His personality sticks pretty well with his ability. And I think he's either my first favorite hero in My Hero Academia or one of my 2 favorite heroes. The other one is the Eraserhead. But I love them very much, and they're so cool and awesome, and again, I'm excited to learn more. All right, thanks. Bye.
Subscribe.